Now one more basic structure of the cell, as I told, plasma membrane, cell wall, cytoplasm, and here is the nucleus, the center of the cell, right? Where do we find nucleus? It is present in all eukaryotic cell, eukaryotes, that means well developed nucleus. The cell which is having well developed nucleus are called eukaryotes, and the nucleus is called eukaryotic nucleus, well developed nucleus, and that cell is called eukaryotic cell, which we have already explained. I have explained in the further videos. But it is absent in mature mammalian red blood cells. Mammalians, right? We are the human beings, cow, buffalo, goat. They are the beast of burden, four-legged animals. We are the two-legged animals. But as we all have mammary glands, we are able to give birth to the similar kind of young ones and able to feed them on mother's milk. They are all called mammalians, mammals, which we will learn in 7th chapter, right? Unity in diversity, right? Biological chapter, we will learn what are the mammals. So this nucleus is not present, or we can say it is absent in the mature mammalian red blood cells. Also, it is not present in sieve tube cells of vascular plants, which are responsible for the transport of the food into the plant body. So, in these two, in the mature red blood cells and in the sieve tubes of vascular plants, we are not finding nucleus. In prokaryotic cells, a well-defined nucleus is not present. As we know, in the earlier video, as I told, I have explained eukaryotic cell, well-developed nucleus, and prokaryotic cell, not well-developed. So, well-defined nucleus is not present in prokaryotic cells. And so, the region of nucleus part in prokaryotic cell is called nucleoid. Nucleoid, that means not well-developed nucleus, just the complete region undergoes the nucleating work. And so it is called nucleoid. Nucleoid contains folded circular DNA molecule. Nucleoid which is present in prokaryotic cell. Now how their offsprings will resemble the parent cell? It is because of the folded circular DNA molecule present in the nucleoid. Whereas in eukaryotic cell, the DNA is helix in shape. Helix, that means spiral, right? It is completely, as you have seen the spring in your pen, spring of the swings. So that is helix shape. So in the eukaryotic cell, DNA is in a helix shape, whereas in nucleoid, prokaryotic cell, it is circular in shape. What is the function and structure of the nucleus? Nucleus is usually spherical or oval in shape and is made of denser cytoplasm. So, the nucleus is spherical or a little oval. Either it is completely spherical or it is little like egg shape, oval shape. And it is denser than the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is also, I told, semi-fluid, little thick. But the material present in the nucleus is still thicker than the cytoplasm. It usually occupies a central position in the cell. In the cell, the nucleus is in the center. But sometimes in the plant cell, if the vacuole is formed very large, that means if the plant is preserving more amount of the water, then the vacuole of the plant will grow larger in size, and at that time the shifting of the nucleus is to the side because of the formation of vacuole. The nucleus is surrounded by a double membrane. The nucleus is surrounded by not a single membrane, but it is double membrane, which together constitutes a nuclear envelope, and that double membrane is considered as nuclear envelope, which separates the nucleus from surrounding, that is cytoplasm. See here, I would like to show you the diagram. You can see here, this is the diagram of the nucleus. This is within, it is nucleolus. This unshaded portion, it is nucleoplasm, a fluid of the nucleus. This is the chromatin, you can see the thread. See, this is the chromatin, the thread like tangled one, it is the chromatin thread, and you can see the double layer nuclear membrane. This is double layer, right? One this is layer, one this is layer. This is endoplasmic reticulum. This one, see, this one is a layer and this one is a layer, and it is broken one. It is not broken actually, but it is very thin tissue layer, which is termed as pores. So these are the nuclear pore, right? Chromatin thread, nucleus pore, and nuclear membrane. Understood? So I have filled up little shady portion. Here you can see little shady portion, this one. This is the double layer, and this is completely called a nuclear envelope. Clear everyone? Okay. So what is here? The nucleus is surrounded by a double membrane which together constitutes a nuclear envelope and which separates the nucleolus from the surrounding cytoplasm. So out of this is completely outside portion and it is cytoplasm. And outside of cytoplasm, we have seen in the cell, there is a plasma membrane or a plasma membrane and a cell wall in a plant cell. The two members are separated. Here it is membrane, right? The two membranes are separated by clear space and it continues with the channels of endoplasmic reticulum. See here, it is continuing here, the channel of endoplasmic reticulum on both the sides, right? Thus, it remains connected to all parts of the cell. And endoplasmic reticulum are floating cell organelles which is present in cytoplasm, and they are connected to each other, and that is why we say that in this manner nucleus is connected to all parts in the cell. Nuclear pores are present on the nuclear envelope which allows the transport of materials between nucleus and cytoplasm. See how nicely the arrangement is there in our body also. Who is taking care? Here also nuclear pores are there which are taking material from cytoplasm to the nucleus and waste material from nucleus to the cytoplasm. So again, there is the path, there is the way which is the nuclear pores everywhere. We also need way, right, to go in and to go out, to come out and to go in. So in the plant cell also this all provision is already there. The colorless dense fluid enclosed by the nuclear envelope is known as nucleoplasm. Now there is still one more dense little thick fluid which is enclosed by the nuclear envelope, and it is nucleoplasm. This one here, as this all proportion is of nucleoplasm. Within this nucleoplasm is the chromatin thread and this nucleolus. See, I have shown here nucleoplasm. So this nucleoplasm helps in maintaining the shape and structure of the complete nucleus. The nucleolus and the chromatin material are the two nuclear structures that remain embedded. Embedded, that means they are fixed within this nucleoplasm. They are embedded in the nucleoplasm and it is shown in the figure over here, right? So please go through the figure properly. So exactly you will get the idea that where is the nucleus, where is the nucleolus, nuclear pore, nuclear membrane, chromatin thread and nucleoplasm, right? So this is all about the nucleus. Now what is the chromatin thread and how the cell divides from the parent cell to the daughter cell, that I will discuss with you in the next video. And something is there not given in our textbook, but still I am discussing with you beta, because you can easily connect your knowledge about all the parts present in our body, from cell to the tissues, organs and organ system. So later on, sorry beta. So later on you will understand it very easily. By the time, thank you.